Welcome back, YouTube pipe smokers. Chad, barbed wire piper here, and I got my buddy.
How's it going? My name is Massey. People call me Beast.
And today we got a start of a new video series that we're going to be doing, and it's Cellared versus fresh tobacco. And I have several tins of tobacco from when I first got into it for about smoking a pipe about 10 to 11 years ago, and they've all been aging this whole time. And instead of just opening them up and giving my impressions on the aged tobacco, I thought it would be nicer to have a comparison of what that is versus what the fresh is. So you have a baseline of, did it actually improve or get worse? You don't really know if you don't have anything fresh to go off of.
That's pretty cool.
And then rather than it just be in my opinion, because I'm the one that has the tobacco and spent all the time aging it, it might be a little biased because obviously I'm going to want it to taste good if I let it sit that whole time. So I've included 4 other guys in this series, and I'm sending them samples of each, the fresh and the aged, of each tobacco we end up doing. And cool. We'll all do our videos and post them out, and they'll all be titled the same so you can find them easily. And then you can get 4 to 5 different perspectives on each tobacco.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
I think
this first round we got 5, and then we'll reassess who wants to continue on and maybe join in some new people. And I have, I think, 3 more that I can go off of before we need to start finding
different tins,
different age tins.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so that's basically what we're doing. Right now we're going to start off on, and we're smoking Baren Dark Twist Roll Cake. And we're going to start off on the fresh. Well, it's a newer tin. It's from June of 2020, so it's only a year and a half old. I still consider that more new. Anything 2 years and older is what I start to consider aged. It's not necessarily a scientific thing. That's just the way I do it.
Okay.
And then we got my age tin is from July of 2010, so 10-year spread. So it'll be interesting to see the difference in between the two.
So what is in this? Because I've only smoking I always get it wrong. The aromatic.
Yes.
Okay, so I've only had this one. What is this?
So there's 2 different coins. It's a coin cut tobacco, and there's 2 different types of coins. One of the coins is all Virginias, and for every 2 of those, there's 1 coin that has a center of dark fired.
Okay.
Then during the process of making the tobacco, they used water and a maple sugar in casing / topping. Yeah. So it is technically an aromatic, but yet it's very, for you being used to full aromatics, it's going to be very much on the light side.
Okay.
It's not heavily, like, you're not going to be like, oh, wow, flavor. It's going to be tobacco first with a little bit of flavors, what you're supposed to get. So
now, just to give you guys a heads up, we have done videos before, I think two or 3. But I still don't smoke that often. Barbed wire got me into this about I would say about a year ago almost. But I still don't. I maybe still smoke maybe once a month, maybe sometimes twice a month, or once every other month. So I still don't smoke that often. So I guess I'm not new to it, but I still don't have great techniques because I don't do it often enough.
And I kind of wanted his perspective as from someone that's on more on the beginner side.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially because he's not had anything besides a couple different aromatics.
Yeah.
So.
3. Yeah.
So
3.
he'll be through the whole process. It'll be interesting when we get onto an English. See what you think of the English.
Oh, man.
So anyways, I'm going to light this up and see what we got.
Okay.
You can light yours if you want.
Oh, all right.
So I've been smoking this before. This is my first time. I wanted to smoke it in different pipes to get try different pipes out and different days to make sure that I could get as much as I can out of it.
Yeah, this is definitely different. Oh my goodness. Definitely different than what I'm used to. This tastes more like a cigarette would smell, but not as bad. Cigar maybe.
Mm.
Oh my goodness. Let's try to slide it again. Maybe I was holding it too close. There we go.
I tried packing both of these with two of the regular coins for every one with the dark fired.
Okay.
And I get the Virginias a lot and the dark fired in there from time to time as it's going through. And then a little bit of just a sweetness. I don't really get maple. I get more of just a little bit of a sugary sweetness that's a little bit stronger than if it was just straight Virginia on its own. So that's probably that maple sugar that they put in there. Adds a little bit extra sweetness, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, I think once you get used to it, for sure. I was not expecting. Well, I didn't have no expectations. I didn't know what to expect because, like you said, I've only had one type of tobacco, and I know there's many. But yeah, that was definitely different. Not a bad different, just a different. Okay, now that I've choked myself out, it's not too bad. I like it. The thing is, it still does not stink. That's which is the cool part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the room note isn't. My wife said it's not bad, but it wasn't as pleasant as some other ones because there's not a whole lot of topping in here. So to make it an aromatic where it smells real good.
I can definitely get that.
I personally don't call this an aromatic.
Yeah.
Although it has, most all tobaccos have some sort of casing or topping. To me, it's when they put so much of a topping on it to where it starts to overtake the tobacco. That's when I consider it an aromatic.
And this is one of the things that I have a problem with keeping my tobacco lit. I want to be able to just light it one time and just smoke the whole thing. But I know it takes technique.
Yeah, there's a lot of factors that go into keeping it. I'll have to relight too. These are coins, so we both of these are just fold and stuffed, the coins. So it's a little harder to keep it going the whole way through.
Okay.
Without.
Now I've never had the coin before. The thing you was telling me before I had was loose leaf.
Ribbon cut.
Ribbon cut. Okay. Yeah. No, definitely not bad. Said once I got past the initial of unexpectation, it's turning out pretty good.
So the jar note is pretty good. You get a little bit of, because there's quite a bit of Virginias in here, and you get a little bit of the grassy hay. Not a lot, but a little bit, because it is a 1.5 years old. But you get that grassy hay, and I get it. Barely I can tell that there's dark fired in there.
Yeah.
But you get a little bit of the, kind of like I call it like a dried fruit, like dark fruits.
Yeah, like a dehydrated fruit.
Yeah, like an apricot. Or a plum.
Ah, okay.
I picked that up in there, and a little bit of the grassy hay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this is what you're talking about. You mind if I take
this?
Yeah,
go ahead.
Oh, okay. This is what you're talking about, coin, huh?
Yep.
Like an actual coin. That's pretty cool. So much I don't know still.
So what do you smell?
Same thing. Same, like apricot. Definitely smells like dried fruit. Like in a bag, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's what's smell like? Is there apricot in here?
No. That's just typical things that we associate the smells coming from the tobacco is.
Okay. That smells good.
I kind of wish I would have had a completely fresh tin to compare 1.5 years to that, but it's 1.5 years in my experience of opening a lot of different tins is it's not much for aging.
And that in the tin is the same as this, and it's cut the same as well. Is also coined.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this one was just purchased. So this is one of the oldest tobaccos McBaren has been making. They
Okay.
started making it in, I think it was 1953.
Okay.
So.
Nice. Yeah. No, this thing's cool.
All right, we're gonna swap out these, clean out these pipes and put in the aged version and come back and see what we get for a difference in that.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
All right. So I was going to load up his pipe for him, and I thought I'd show you how I'm doing these. So I got the coins here, and I tried to do. I got 2 full Virginia coins and another coin with the dark fired in it. And we'll probably
And the Virginia ones are the lighter ones, right?
Yep.
And then the dark fired, obviously the darker.
So we got 4 coins here, and
Okay.
I just basically fold them on itself so it's kind of like a football shape.
Yeah.
And then we'll just put it right down there, and we're going to leave an air pocket at the bottom.
And I think that's why.
If you wanted a full, you could push it all the way down and add a couple more coins on top if you wanted to 45 to an hour smoke, but we're just leave it like that. And
I think that's why my
check the draw real quick.
My
make sure
light was going out
before you light it. Just
okay. Oh,
see
shoot.
if the draw is good.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it. Okay, because if you overpack it, then it makes a tough draw or too light. So
Okay. And then that's it. I think because I was used to like just a regular pack, I never seen this before. So I think I had my lighter too close and it was drawing too much, I guess, wind pressure, something that's making my light go out.
So now this is the age. This is from July 2010. And I get way more fruit smell. Dried fruit, like it's in the forefront. And no grassiness. I don't got that grassy hayness is gone.
Yeah, that doesn't smell like a dehydrated tree, if that makes sense. Like a fresh tree, but also dehydrated.
This one's really smells really good. It's like way more fruit smell.
Oh, yeah.
The grassiness is kind of gone away.
I wouldn't even say it was as point as an apricot now. It's like a man.
It's darker, like
Yeah.
a deeper, richer smell.
What is it like not like a prune with smell but not taste?
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, cause prunes smell good and they don't always taste great. But, but they do smell good. Yeah, no, that's really nice. And then,
I'll show you guys some pictures and some of the comparison of what it looks like side by side of the new versus the old tobaccos. As you can see, the color variation. Also, it's interesting to notice that with this tin being 11 years old, there's 0 rust or on the brim of the tin or on the lid. It wasn't. The seal was holding up perfect. So I had no issues with it.
this is way stronger. Way stronger. To me, at least. Yeah, no.
I already can tell that I already get the.
Yeah.
I've smoked aged Virginias before, and I get that aged Virginia taste right away, even off of the charring light.
Yeah, this is definitely. I wouldn't think that these two would be the same personally.
It's really good. I enjoy the. A well-aged Virginia is like one of my jams.
Yeah. So, use my.
I have
thing here.
McClellan's Christmas Cheer is another one that I have that's aged a long time, and I have tins from 2010, 11, 12, and the aged. Oh, this has a similar vibe going as that.
Yeah.
It's not the same taste because they're completely different, but that aged Virginia vibe I get off of this as when I'm smoking the Christmas Cheer.
To me, obviously I've never had Christmas cheer, but to me, the other one, like you said, you can tell there was a little bit more of a something there, like a fruit flavor or something like this. But to me, this just feels like just straight tobacco. Like it's like nothing there. It's just straight raw tobacco. Like I was like, oh, but and it feels different overall. The way that and now that
I don't get that. On the other one, I was getting that sugary
yeah,
taste.
yeah, no, this is not
sweetness.
there. No, it is not there.
That's gone away.
Oh, 100%.
And it's replaced with the dark, like a dark fruit.
Yeah, it's 100% gone. It is not there even in the slightest.
I get. Mine is it's smoother than the other one had. The other one wasn't harsh. It was a very smooth blend as well, but it was a little bit sharp, just a little bit sharper than this one. This one's just smoothed out, and it's even though I packed them the exact same.
Oh my goodness!
The other one you could tell when I hit. I could tell when I hit the dark fired would hit there, and I could taste it. And then when I got to the Virginia part, you could taste it. This. It's almost like the Virginia coins kind of picked up some of the flavors it's like they mixed, and it's harder to pick up when you're hitting just the Virginias and just the dark fired.
Just like I said, I can't tell no difference of the smoke at all. And the other one I could. And I said, I've never had coin, nor have I ever smoked this before. And that's just crazy how I can even tell that.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so, again, kind of the point of this series is not to say whether or not one is better than the other. It's just to point out the differences. And then also to give our opinions on whether or not it's worth to cellar the tobacco, or if we think, like, if it improved, if we thought it stayed the same, or if, because as we go through all the different ones, maybe some of them were like, well, it's better to smoke it fresh.
Yes, for me on this one.
So there's a lot of us, we like to, when we find a tobacco we like to cellar it and stack up in case it goes away. And so it's interesting to know what it's going to do 10 years from now if you did cellar it. Is it not going to be as enjoyable as when you first got it? And for me, I like this particular blend. I like the cellared version better. I do a video for
I am definitely a fan of the fresh. This is not bad, but it definitely does not taste as good as the fresh. And I said maybe I still haven't developed my palate yet because I'm not regularly doing it. But my thing is, I think that the fresh, like you said, it's just because of that aromatic and still has that little bit of.
Because that's the thing with aromatics. They say as you cellar them, the topping starts to fade away.
Yeah.
And so you like that topping.
I want to try different ones, but that's where I'm at right now.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I first started, I couldn't tell the difference between aged and fresh, or get a lot of the nuances to know what the difference was.
Yeah.
I could basically all I could tell was whether or not it was an aromatic. If I smoked an English, I knew it was an English right away.
Okay.
And if something had Perique, I could kind of pick up that. But it was I couldn't pick out a lot of flavors.
Yeah.
Now I can get more, but my palate's still not like some of the guys out there that can pick out all sorts of stuff.
Now, I tried the English when you were trying to first get me going, trying to see what I liked, right? But I don't know which one I tried, obviously. But I know once kind of like you said, once I hit the aromatic, I was like, oh, this is it. This is what I like. This smells good. It tastes good, and that's kind of just basically why I stayed. Like I said, I've only had the 3 constantly. So this one, not bad, but I definitely prepared the fresh.
All right, and then for me, I like the aged over the fresh just because it gives the Virginias really start to shine, and it becomes a smooth smoke. So
that was strong.
So
maybe it wasn't strong, but it was strong for me.
All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. We got more of these coming out. Every month we'll post one. And I'll put links in the description for the other guys and their videos so that you can compare all the different ones. But until next time.
Yep. Thanks for having me.